What is
Let's
going on?
go. What is up, guys?
Not much. Got fucked today.
Well, you can repeat yourself twice. You don't want to get fucked twice in a row. You are saying fuck. So just a heads up, Trevor. Maybe want to exit back. I don't know. But just a little repeat going on over there. Elliot, I felt like our show was fire last night. Trevor was having fun. He hopped on, made a great appearance. We were giving out some good winners. I mean, I felt good. I'm having a good day. I'm feeling good. No bets were decent. I mean, we were giving out good stuff last night. Games are fire today, man.
Oh yeah, games were awesome, man. Was a good time for sure. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. A little shorter slate. I was looking, kind of definitely a big time step down in terms of games and just magnitude of games that we have tomorrow. I think when I was looking on KenPom, looking through all the games, there's only two top 100 KenPom teams that are going on the road. So you know what that means. Probably going to be some big numbers here with some lower ranked tier teams heading into some higher ranked teams. So might be some big numbers. Just a little foreshadowing.
I mean, today felt like a rivalry week. I mean, not like it's like a rivalry, but definitely intrastate. Cross town. Like it just felt like pageantry. Today's slate was magical. And no, it's not because I'm 17-8 currently and balling out with only a few bets left. It's just because the games were magical. Yes, some bets cashed, some bets didn't. Had some good comebacks with Queens, come back in overtime, some good, just great bets in general. Our overs all hit. The rhythm play of the day hits over 155.5. Incredible stuff there. So that was magical for Yale Quinnipiac. Northeastern, Colgate, a lot of good stuff, Elliot. We were chopping things up. Wake Forest, Michigan over to start the day. Iona starting the day off. I mean, just fire. 17-8 for me, pending with Illinois, Wyoming, UTEP, Western Illinois, St. Mary's, and just took Creighton plus 11.5 live. So could have gotten 12.5. Took a gamble. I thought they'd get up to like 15 or 16, but it'll probably happen in the second half and I'll lose. But anywho, the Pump Fake Pod. I'm at Michael_Huffer3. Got my homies to the left of me and the right of me. They want to introduce themselves. At Stooley Picks, how we feeling?
Not too bad. Ready to move on to tomorrow. Today was shit. Today sucked. This is getting lines the day after is fucking atrocious.
Just a point to prove in terms of, sometimes it really pays to get these lines early. That second game of the day, LIU and Air Force. I think Stooley unfortunately had the -4.5. We took it at -1.5 there on the show. And then when I woke up and looked at the lines, it had ballooned up to about 4.5, and it stayed pretty consistent at 4.5 all the way until the end of the day. And it ended up closing at 5.5. So,
This is why we stay up late and fucking hit the early lines. This is why we do it. I mean, to say the least. So it is like I was saying this on the TC pregame show. It's like it's a gamble within a gamble, though. It's like you have to, just for instance, like taking Long Island -1.5. What if we got reverse CLV? Like whatever. In the end of the day, like I'm going to go with my bet, go with my gut, but. It is like a magical thing. Like Murray State, for instance, like betting a dog early. You kind of want to bet a dog earlier because then it'll go down, maybe even a heavy favorite. So it's kind of like gauging that too. I kind of like the game inside of the game a little bit between the lines of college basketball betting there. I like that kind of angle as well. And that's what we chop it up here, I feel like, as well. So chat was rolling last night, and bets were flying out. Felt great. Great comebacks today. Any other further thoughts? Long Island, they were trying to be some Fugazi stuff. That was ridiculous. What was the real score? Will the real score please stand up? at I'm_money. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Cash that Arkansas State on the money line. Electric into that game with them fouling within like 3 seconds of each other. Putting the guy on the line, makes 3 of the 4, misses the last one to tie it up, send to overtime. Which if they would have tied it up, sent it to overtime, that's where the dogs go to die. So I'm so glad that that missed and they blocked the putback. So that was an electric game, probably one of my favorite games of the night so far.
Yeah.
But shout out to the real Blue Devils, Central Connecticut State.
Woo! Wow.
The bye game on the road against Notre Dame. And then you also got to give a shout out to the Buffalo Bulls going on the road and beating DePaul by 13.
18-point dogs.
18-point dog, almost winning by that number. So pretty impressive. NJIT. Did they end up winning outright? I saw
they won outright. They did.
Outright.
And shout out Matthew Rock as well, too. Sorry, Elliot. Got to thank you, boys. Listening to your previews at work, let me go with my gut to take Central Connecticut State and NJIT live earlier tonight for comebacks. Shout out, Matthew. Let's go. Go with your gut. Bet responsibly, of course. It's always good. But when you're live betting and watching an angle, you can kind of see that. What a good value bet, man. Plus 1,100, plus 420. Thanks, Matthew. You rock, my friend. Thank you so much. And Sports Science Jacob, yes, best bet of the day. I feel like NDSU, that was a great spot. Taking North Dakota State. I mean, come on, guys. That was free freaking sauce there. Free money. How about an extra little ring-a-ling-dang? Dayton was a bad bet. They were never in it. Radford, Elliot, I wish I pulled the trigger on. I mean, I had so many bets out there. It was too much, but it worked out. I liked Radford. We liked Radford first half, too, so hopefully chat kind of tailed that a little bit. Bucknell, hand up. That's a loser. How about Alabama State beating a crosstown rival UAB? I didn't get any action on that game. So
UAB is ass.
I didn't either. I had written down UAB. I took UAB. I picked UAB minus 17.5, but Lord have mercy. What a win for Alabama State. That's an awesome win for them.
And then Kansas dominating Texas A&M, Fiore Badunga, big game. Darren Peterson out, didn't matter. Excuse me, did not matter at all whatsoever. And then yes, Dooley, your Wisconsin Badgers. I had the plus 28.5. I was waiting on Ball State. I was like, I'll bet plus 28. Fuck it, just for Ball State. Didn't work out. Had a chance to cover a late 3-pointer, wide open in the corner, but he stepped out of bounds at the Kohl Center. So looks like Wyoming will cash my minus 5.5. They just win 79-65. So count that as another win for me. Illinois need minus 3.5. Yes. And I think we all need no one else on St. Mary's, right? UTEP will be a loss for me as well. So
yeah, I'm mad that I didn't bet that Loyola Marymount. I picked Loyola Marymount minus the 2.5, even at the money line price when it came down. Should have pulled the trigger, having that reverse CLV, having them go down to a money line price, but stayed off of it due to the travel spot, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this UTEP team with it being their first D1 game of the season. So
we bought into the wrong funk. I forgot to bet Winthrop. Matter of fact, I didn't even put it on my picks page even at all.
I bet Winthrop, so you got lucky not betting them, man.
But I bet UTEP. So those two lines stunk, and I feel like we dove into the wrong stink there. So now I'm itching in the wrong places after that. Yeah. But anyway,
I was 1 for 1 on that, but of course I don't pull. I only pulled the trigger on one of them, and the one that I pulled the trigger on that was wrong. So
let's go, Brandon Singh, Villanova, nice cash. But yeah, so 18-9 currently. Need Illinois for 19-9. Western Illinois, St. Mary's, and Creighton. So it will be a day in the green. Back in we're going to be like at 13, 14 units total. Hopefully, can be around that number and keep the ball rolling here. But anyway, real quick, shout out Rhythm.ai, great model. Exclusive sponsor of the pump, not exclusive only, but one of the exclusive the exclusive sponsor for the Pump Fake Pod. They've been helping us out with so many models, predictive AI betting, gambling. It's been an absolute masterpiece, especially with totals. They got so much data chugging into it, extracting so much data, and have been for years, and have years of data to work off of. So not only even this year, you don't have to deal with the transfer portal, extracting old models. Those days are gone. You can go to Rhythm, and you can sign up with Rhythm with our promo code PFP25 for 25% off the first month. Trevor, he was rocking models outside of college basketball. He was doing models for NCAA football, NFL, MLB, you name it. And even the W. I was tailing W plays for the summertime. I enjoyed Rhythm, and the W was rocking. So keep it up. And, yes, please join Rhythm. And their play of the day for us is 3-3. Got it done today. Quinnipiac and Yale over 155.5. So shout out the Rhythm play of the day.
Yeah, I always like the Rhythm and stuff and just tailing those sometimes just when I don't want to think, but I want a little action on the game. I know it's a valid source to look to in terms of just statistical analysis. It's always going to be a good bet, whether it wins or not. You're betting, you're placing a good bet at least. And so it's one of those things where I really, I like to do that during the summer, especially just when I'm kind of out of the betting space a little bit, taking a little time off before college basketball ramps up again. So I always still like to get a little bit of action and and tail a little bit. So it's always nice to just pop in there, find a couple good plays, and then ride them and have something to cheer on while you're watching sports. Because I'm always watching sports regardless of the month. Sports is basically the only thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, what's on Netflix? Oh, what's the last movie you watched?" I don't know. I just watched college softball. Oh, I don't know. I just watched such and such. I don't know. So I got sports from golf to UFC to college basketball. Whatever's on, I'm playing it. So I like it for that fact too.
Beverly Hills Cop made a TV again. We finished the Beverly Hills Cop series, so. Zoe got to see some good movies, got to see some good college basketball. We had 5 screens going, not like Elliott all in unison, but we had some good screens going, maybe a couple iPads, but they count. We got to do what we got to do without this YouTube TV stuff. And Zaka, man, fuck. Just take every one of them and take all of them tomorrow. They're going to hit. Take all of them. We're going to go undefeated. Bet responsibly, though. So, yes. So I hate when that happens. So, yeah, Zoe's she's getting 80s. She's getting 80s red pilled on movies. She fucking loves war games. That's what her husband loves. I'm just kidding. She loves it herself. She can make her own decisions, but she loves 80s movies. Thanks God. But let's get into 11-12 slate of games. Shout out Veterans Day. It was a good day of hoops, and it's not over. And Trevor gets to talk IU basketball, and I get to talk about it, and I want to. So, shall we?
Let's do it.
Georgetown's laying 20.5 against Binghamton. The Bearcats of Binghamton. Georgetown, they've been kind of somewhat rolling teams. They just got a big win at Maryland. They won more against Morgan State by 17. Binghamton's pretty bad, man. I was a little maybe hand up. Or this could be an overreaction early, or maybe a little too high on them on the A East. But I don't know, man. I feel like Georgetown could play with their food. I love this team. I'll wait to bet Binghamton if I do bet it, but they're god awful.
Yeah. Rock, appreciate it. $10.
Yeah,
let's have
appreciate
a season. Keep sticking to your gut. Keep hitting those live money line dogs. They'll pay off for sure. So appreciate you as always.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for
joining. Georgetown has Clemson on deck too. I don't know how much they really care to beat Binghamton. Yeah, I'm not betting Binghamton, but I'm not betting Georgetown with a Clemson look ahead here.
Would you wait to bet Binghamton if it got all the way up to 29.5, 30?
I'd be enticed, but there's way better shit on the board than betting Binghamton I'm sweating that out tomorrow.
All right. I made that
I
big.
mean,
We'll see.
I will say that you did place a wager on LIU against Air Force today. So,
That was standalone.
oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
Just
he respects the
testing you.
standalone.
Just
I went
testing
2-0 in the standalone. I was like, oh God, I'm fucked. It worked out. This is we've decided no first half standalone necessary. That's too much. That's chasing. That's some tilt motion right there. I'm gonna pick Binghamton though. May bet it.
Yeah, I'll be on Binghamton plus the points. We'll see where this gets to, determining whether I'm gonna pull the trigger or not on betting it. Georgetown classic sandwich spot, fresh off the Maryland game where they won. Then, like Trevor said, got the look ahead spot. So I feel like classic sandwich spot. So give me Binghamton plus the points, but I'm right there. Don't know if I want to actually place my hard-earned money on Binghamton plus the points.
Yes. Good rebound. Oh my God. All right. IPFW goes into the road on Western Michigan. IPFW is laying a point against the Broncos on the road. This is going to be a high-paced offense, I think, on both sides. I like IPFW based on their defense. I think Western Michigan, they beat Coastal Carolina by 5. They lose to Northwood. They lose to Campbell. I mean, they were competitive against Campbell somewhat, but Campbell did end up covering the number. IPFW, they've had some good competition. So I'm going to go with them, the road favorite. I like their defense. I think that they can get it done. And you know me, Powers Hamburgers all day for Fort Wayne. Shout out Powers Hamburgers. I think I will bet this, and I'll just take them on the money line. But it's minus 125. I may wait. I'll wait. I'm going to bet it. I'll take Purdue Fort Wayne money line. Hopefully people don't bet Western Michigan, but at the same time, screw them. PFW is going to win. I really like this game. I think an over is definitely a potential play as well, too. Could see a lot of points.
Yeah, I was thinking over. Western Michigan, they gave up 81 to Northwood, Michigan. Campbell, they gave up 91. They scored 82 themselves. Fort Wayne's given up 90 plus in all their D1 games. Ohio State, Grand Canyon, a little bit of a different competition, but both teams play fast. The defense is minimal. I like the over, and if I had to pick a side, before I went into.
Yeah, I think I share the similar feelings with you guys in terms of that. I think Western Michigan only win is at home against Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina did get that good win against Winthrop today, but how good of a win is that against if you're Western Michigan? Not quite sure. Obviously, that loss to the D2 hurts. Like you said, I think IPFW has definitely tested themselves a lot more playing Ohio State and at Grand Canyon. So, yeah, they're not going to be afraid of this Western Michigan crowd there in Kalamazoo. So, I'll be on IPFW. I'll bet the money line as well. And, yeah, I could get behind over 160.5 as well. But this will be my first bet of the day, IPFW. Money line, roll Mastodons.
Let's go, Powers Hamburgers. Next time you're in Indy, we'll have to get you up to the Lake Cottage this summer. Get you all guys up to the Lake Cottage this summer. But we'll go to Powers Hamburgers. I'll show you what a real slider's like, man. And we got a GoFundMe started by Puzo. How much do I have to donate to get Trevor to stop vaping?
By the hook, baby. Illinois, by the hook.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Shout out Dan told +4. He pushed.
All right. Wow. Okay. 18-7. Yeah. All right. I'm feeling good. I'm 19-9. Great day. Can't fucking come on. So we had some bad beats. We had some good beats. We were on each side. It was a fucking roller coaster today. It still is. I mean, 19-9. We got 3 bets remaining. What? Come on! I'm amped up at 10:55 Eastern. Let's go. But I do want to say that the GoFundMe though, Megan, thanks for tuning in. She's contributing to that fund. So we got a lot of anti-vapors in the house. Hey, and Puzo, thanks. Appreciate you guys breaking the games down. Keep up the good work, fellas. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. We talk everything. We're unbiased. We talk every game. Every game. We love it. We love college basketball. I was telling some people earlier today about how, not to get personal, but I was writing like stats down when I was 4 or 5 years old. I mean, I'm a Hoosier. I got IU in my blood. My dad knew I'd be fucking gambling on sports back in the day, just because I would write all the stats down and shit. Here we are now, though, talking college basketball. And we're also talking Siena, St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure's laying 8.5. Over-under's 140.5. St. Bonaventure's a little more is better than I expected. Another hand up here for the Bonnies. I think they're a solid defensive team, but this is Siena. This is Jerry Mack. Defend the land. I'll take Siena with the points. I'll wait to bet till the end of the show. Hopefully we get a little point or two.
Yeah, I'll take Siena. Good team. Too many points. St. Bonaventure's good, but I think Siena's just much better, or has the better chance of hanging around more than Bonaventure has pulling away. But Siena's a good team under J-Mac, so I'll take Siena.
I think Siena's going to limit possessions. That's the way they're going to win. I mean, the over-under is telling. St. Bonaventure kind of does that already. Siena can just slow it down.
Yeah, it'll be Siena plus the points for me. Curious to see, do you guys think that this line will move up a little bit, or do you think people are going to be kind of on Siena now that they've kind of started out a little hot, team to maybe bet?
I don't know if people are going to be sprinting to bet Siena in this game. That's why I'm going to wait to bet it at the end of the show. And I think we could maybe get a point, like a 9.5 point by the end of the show. But we'll see.
I would immediately pull the trigger right now if it was 10.5 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's something about getting double digits. I mean, you looked at and saw about the Murray State game today. It was sitting 9.5 at some times and then fluctuated back up to or it got bet down from 12.5 all the way down to like 9.5, 8.5, and then it ended up right at about 10 or 11. So I'll take Siena plus the points. This will be a bet for me. You always bring it up. Teams that play slow, laying a bigger number against the team that's fairly competitive. I always like taking the dog here. So yeah, give me Siena plus the 8.5.
All right. Ooh, this one's a fun one. Boston's laying 3.5 against Brown. Brown just coming off a big win. Boston kind of having a better season than expected as well, too. What are we feeling about this game, Trevor? You lead us off.
Yeah, I mean, Boston, they play incredibly slow. Brown likes to play slow, too, on the defensive end, and it's not like they're playing in light speed on the offensive end. I mean, Brown coming off of a double overtime game. Boston just lost by 24 on the road in Northwestern, finally hit home. I think their defense is going to cause Brown problems, and Brown just coming off of a double OT game, now traveling for their first game of the year. I like Boston, and I like the under in this one.
It's a good Huffers Boston live bet under. Live Boston unders. Man, I think Brown's coming off that heartbreak double overtime game. They led the whole entire game against Vermont. Vermont ended up squeaking it out. You got Boston who pulled it out against Northeastern in that overtime game and then went on the road to Northwestern and lost. I don't know. This is a tough one for me. I think Brown can be pretty competitive here. I mean, they played two good teams in Siena and in Vermont. I'll maybe see what this line does, but it probably is going to be a no bet for me. So give me Brown plus the 3.5. Will be kind of my pick.
These teams are wild cards, man. I don't know what to decide on either of these teams yet. Brown, kind of what I expected, just a tad. I'll take Brown with the points. But yeah, shout out Boston team total live unders. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get a good one here. Lines are inflated already enough. 134. We're going to get up to the 140s. I'm banging that shit. And as long as we don't get under overtime, it's happened once with overtime. Because Boston plays like 1 to 2 possession games. That's why they don't do that. Yeah, give me Brown with the points. I think wrong team favorite, Crush says. Could be. Could be. Ooh, baby. Mercyhurst versus Canisius. It's a pick 'em. Over-unders 142. I know that they just had a massive hangover potential spot for Mercyhurst and on the road here. But this is Canisius. It's not that bad. You know, they had a beef-up spot. They played Penn State, New Kensington after Loyola Chicago's win on the road. There is zero fucking chance I fade Bernie Blunt the fourth. Canisius beat the shit out of Allegheny. They lost by Dayton big, St. Bonaventure big. I don't get this line. I think this one's a little stinky. I think Mercyhurst is better, but the books don't respect Mercyhurst because they ain't running to pass that Bernie Blunt the fourth. And I'm not passing on it either. I'm holding that shit. I'm talking with it. I'm absolutely roasting that puppy. Give me Bernie Blunt the fourth and Mercyhurst money line.
Yeah, Mercyhurst Canisius is dog shit. No chance in hell. I'm betting Canisius here. Give me Mercyhurst if they somehow have a little bit of a hangover game, so be it. But I'm with the Blunt crew. Give me Mercyhurst.
Yep, I'll be on Mercyhurst money line here as well. I can't, even though it's at home for Canisius, I can't back them. So yeah, Mercyhurst money line for me.
All right. Oh yeah. Another one. Love this team. Marshall, not -9.5 against Elon. Elon's a good team, man. No laying that many points with Marshall, but this Marshall team's built different. They're my pick to win the CUSA, and they're off to a hot start. Beating Toledo on the road, UMass on the road. Now you get to come home. Give me Marshall laying that many points. I think the books think that they can dominate. They win this game 82-70.
Yeah, Elon coming off of the overtime game against UNC Greensboro. We're not high in Greensboro, obviously not much on Elon either. But Marshall, much better team, just went on the road, just beat UMass and Toledo, and handled Toledo on the road. And now you're back home, first home game. You get Elon. You do have Virginia on deck, so potentially a little bit of a look ahead on that one. But I'd still be laying it with Marshall at home, first home game than I would with Elon.
Yeah, I've got a classic little angle that I always like to ride Marshall at home. So I'll be on Marshall minus the 9.5. I am seeing an 8.5 there on DK. So it's getting bet down a little bit. So I see the 8.5 there. So yeah, give me the Marshall the 8.5 number. I'll bet it right now. This will be one of my bets that I put in now because it probably is gonna maybe get up to 10.5, 11 maybe.
Elliot, lead us off, my friend.
Yeah, we got Northern Kentucky goes into East Tennessee State. They're in Johnson City, Tennessee. East Tennessee State laying 7.5. Checking to make sure that this is still there. It looks like maybe some 6.5s out there as well. Just pressed back on my deal. Wait for this to load. Yeah, seeing some 6.5s, but primarily 7.5s. Over under 143, holding firm there. I just think this is too many points for an East Tennessee State team that I haven't been too impressed with. They lost on the road to Presbyterian. This is their first D1 home game. They like to play slow with pace, so with a slow pace. They're defensively minded. Not quite sure what to think about Northern Kentucky. Generally, you've got a decent program there. I know they just got their ass whooped against Tennessee on Saturday, lost by 39. But I think, Tennessee way better than East Tennessee. So they challenge themselves there. I think they'll be able to keep this close and keep this within the number. So yeah, Northern Kentucky plus the 7.5 for me. Not a for sure bet though, right off the bat.
Oh, I'm battling here. I'm taking East Tennessee State, actually. I think East Tennessee State at home is a force to be reckoned with that people don't realize. We talk about the Murfreesboro angle. We talk about other home courts. This is one that's really slept on, in my opinion, and that's East Tennessee State. Defensively, they're a defensive-minded team. They force turnovers really good so far early in the season. That's been Northern Kentucky's downfall, given they've only had sample sizes against Cincinnati, Claremont, and Tennessee. So, that there could be some skewed data there. But rebounding is another edge that East Tennessee State's going to have on Northern Kentucky, and I think that's going to be massive. So I'll lay it with East Tennessee State. I'll wait until the end of the show to check the number, unless we see where the minus 120. If we see a minus 120 at 7.5, Elliot mentioned he sees 6.5 potentially. So I'll keep an eye on that. But I like ETSU at home. I think this is a get right spot for a Northern Kentucky team that's good, but just sometimes lays an egg offensively.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like East Tennessee State. I mean, they're going to be able to force turnovers on defense. They got size to match up with them. They can actually rebound. They can shoot their free throws. I mean, Northern Kentucky was 5 of 13 against Tennessee from the free throw line. They turned it over a bunch. They couldn't shoot. East Tennessee not sharp from three, but given the rebounding edge and the free throw advantage. No, I don't think Northern Kentucky is going to shoot 39% all year, but didn't look good the other night. I don't know if that'll just fix itself here in East Tennessee back home off of a loss and getting a vulnerable Northern Kentucky team. I'll take East Tennessee. Let's go Bucks.
Oh yeah. Unbelievable. Indiana's laying 23.5 against Bart Lundy's Milwaukee. Over-unders 164.5. I'm not going to go first. I'm a Hoosier fan. If all those that don't know yet, they looked good. I took IU against Marquette, easy money. Took IU against Alabama A&M, excuse my burp, easy money. 2-0 against the spread. Do they go 3-0 here? I know it, Trevor.
Yeah, I think so. A significant size advantage against Milwaukee. Milwaukee didn't defend the three well. Indiana shooting great at the free throw line here. Milwaukee fouls a ton on defense, and they, props to them. They didn't turn it over a bunch and shot it well, but overall, their defense was horrible. Indiana's got an incredible size advantage at home. No look ahead spot for them. They got Kansas State next Tuesday. Other than that, Milwaukee, Incarnate Word, and Lindenwood. I think all these teams are just walking into buzzsaw. So give me Assembly minus 23.5.
Elliot.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to bet this. Just solely for the fact that Indiana is just fresh off of the ass kicking against Marquette. I'll keep it. I'll be picking Indiana minus the 23.5, but I'm probably not going to get there with a bet just due to the possible letdown. They can't cover every game. I think maybe this is the game that Milwaukee can lose by 21. And then I think Indiana kind of rolls against Incarnate Word and Lindenwood, prepping up for that K-State game. So I'll look to back them for sure on those two games.
Elliot, we coming to Bloomington. What we got? I got to make a trip to KC November 22nd or 3rd. I can't remember what day it is, but I got to watch my Colts lose by 31 in Arrowhead. It's been on my bucket list. And I got that Mahomes secret love a little bit too for those Chiefs. But come on, man. Hop on. Just take the Hoosiers 23.5. Just come back to the well. Just come back to the well so we can just hit a little hard trap beat for the Indiana Hoosiers. They're a well-oiled machine on offense. Finally got shooters, can make free throws. It's fun to watch. But yes, this is Milwaukee. They're a good team. Could see some issues, but I'm not going to overthink it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'd rather have bet on Indiana now minus 23.5.
Shout out Jacob though. You can get 22 on Caesars. So go to Caesars right now and bet it. If you're betting,
I get points
betting the 22
for my Vegas visit in March. Our Vegas visit in March, I can get points for my Caesars And that's the best part about it. You get Caesar's comp. So, yeah, let's fucking go. Oh, this is another interstate battle. Presbyterian's catching 15.5, over-unders 137.5. Trevor, you getting cocky or you getting some hoes?
Yeah, I don't know on this one. I mean, South Carolina, struggled versus Southern Miss, barely won in overtime. Beat NCA&T by 19. Presbyterian, we're fairly high on. I think they'll be better. But I mean, this team plays incredibly slow. Outside of a D2 school, all these games have gone like under 130 for the most part. So I think South Carolina, they're not playing at light speed offensively either. I think we can get an under 137. You get a little bit more of an effort from Presbyterian playing big brother here. South Carolina, Bradford on deck, so no big deal here. But I think the 15.5 with Presbyterian is tempting, but I like that under a little more. I think it's going to be a slow, grind them out game for South Carolina and Presbyterian.
Yeah, I like Presbyterian. I'm not going to rush to bet this. I'll wait till the end. I think this number will jump. People might naturally bet South Carolina, but this Presbyterian team's pretty good. They just had a gritty win, though, so that's going to keep me probably away from betting it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say last year, Presbyterian had a 32-24 halftime lead against South Carolina, and they ended up losing the game by 10. So they kept it close against Big Brother last year. Now this line's 15.5. Two entirely different teams. I kind of want to bet Presbyterian, but like you said, maybe I'll just wait and see how inflated that this line can get, because I think maybe the people are going to be back in South Carolina and the SEC here. So I'll write down Presbyterian plus the points, but I'll wait to bet it, see kind of what this line does. So check the picks page.
Blue Hose, pump pick. Another DC intra-state, intra-life conference, intra-cross-town stuff. George Washington's laying 19 against American. Over-unders 154.5. Too many points. This George Washington team's pretty good, though. Someone convinced me to actually bet this game. I don't think I can, but because this George Washington team defensively could be a problem. But I like this American team. Speaking of gritty win, they just had one as well.
Revenge game. George Washington lost at American by 10 in overtime last year. George Washington, I have them winning the A-10. I think they're much better. I know they're coming off of a big South Florida win, but coming home, you get you're looking good defensively. You look really good offensively. Kind of need to clean up some of these turnovers, but it's not like American is lights out on the defensive end. Excuse me. George Washington, elite defensively, and their offenses look really good too. They're rebounding. Other than the turnovers, like they're kind of just doing it all. Well, they're struggling from three a little bit, but defensively, much better team. I think they can suffocate American here, and we got a revenge spot. It's a big number for a raise, and I'll take G-Dub minus the 19.
Yeah, I'll take American plus the points. I think it's a fuck ton of points, in my opinion. George Washington, they've never been good at covering these big numbers. I can't remember what the number was laying against Maine, but I know that they ended up beating Maine by 20. I think American's better than Maine. I also think that George Washington, they'll probably be up by 20, 25 points at some point in this game, and then they'll let American slip back into it and probably end up winning this by 12 to 15 points. I think they're definitely not overlooking this game, especially for what happened last year, as Trev said. So I don't think that this is anywhere close to, like a first half sprinkle, money line sprinkle, anything like that. But I do think American's good enough to get it done here and cover that number. Maybe I'll wait a little bit post show, see if I can get over 20. I don't know. I probably won't be able to. It'll probably hover around this line, in my opinion. But yeah, give me American plus the points.
St. Peter's goes into VCU. VCU's laying 21.5. Over-unders 147.5. I think I'm going to wait to bet this, but I'm going to bet VCU. I think people may naturally bet St. Peter's, and maybe taking some just because they're low amount of possessions, they're going to play that slugfest ball. But I don't know, VCU at home. I kind of need to be pushed to bet this one a little bit too. It's naturally for me to take VCU at home, but I need to kind of see more of this team and the new brand.
Yeah, I like the over. St. Peter's, they gave up 83 to 83 to Fair Dick, 193, 83. Seton Hall, they gave 77 to. VCU, we know the defense isn't like it was. They gave them 74 to Wagner, 77 in a loss. Or, I'm sorry, 80 in a loss at Utah State. And they put up 77. I think both these teams are gonna get a score and put up offense here. I like the over. Over 147 feels short. I think this is going to be somewhere in the mid to upper 150s totals. So I'm on the over 147 here. I think we just get buckets and kind of lackadaisical defense. Remember, this isn't Ryan Odom, VCU. The defense hasn't looked incredibly sharp out the gate for him. So I think St. Peter's can get around 65, 70 or so, and then VCU is going to do the heavy lifting, obviously. So give me the over.
Yeah, I could actually get behind that, Trev. I like that. You look at what VCU did against Wagner, 103-74, gave up 74 to Wagner. Wagner actually plays at a slower pace than what St. Peter's does. And like you said, St. Peter's fresh off of the 93-point outing against Fairleigh Dickinson. That kind of scares me maybe a little bit that they just exhausted like 30 extra points in that Fairleigh Dickinson game, and now they're just going to maybe shit the bed. However, VCU, their defense is a little suspect. I think that St. Peter should be able to score, and as we've seen, VCU is just going to kind of look to run up the score under Phil Martelli Jr. and kind of in his Bryant style of offense. So I think we may be just getting a discount there on the over-under in terms of the VCU name and just the St. Peter's pace of play possibly. So I could get behind that over 147.5. I've got that written down. Not going to bet it right, but, I might bet it here pretty quick.
I'm convinced. We got to have one over VCU. Let's Rams Peacock. Peacocks are cool. They're pretty. Let's freaking go. Pump Fake Pod. We're going that. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Longwood's laying 1 against James Madison. Oh. I may be laying that wood. I like them at home. I'm gonna lay the wood. This is James Madison. I know they're a household name. They're a good team. Doesn't matter who comes in. They're a good product. They got cash. This Longwood team's feisty. I got a little sympathy for the team. So I'll go with Longwood at home. I'm betting it. I think rebound is their advantage. Go ahead, Trev.
I kind of like James Madison, but this line is disgusting. This line is just telling you straight up they're not going to win. Longwood coming off the loss to Pittsburgh. This will be their first home game versus D2 team. James Madison did blow that Akron game big time. They were winning, and all of a sudden they lost the game by double digits. Longwood, yes, they lost to Pittsburgh, but that's a tough game on the road. Now you're back home against a James Madison team that so far it showed they struggled to close out a little bit. I know they beat Coppin State. Congratulations. But that was still a 14-point win. I think Longwood gets this one done. I'm going to take Longwood on the money line. I'll wait because this game is probably going to flip, would be my guess. James Madison's going to end up taking some money. And KenPom has James Madison losing by 2. And yet they're favored. So something just tells me Longwood gets this done. I'll take Longwood at home. Start their year off right with a home D1 win. They already beat D2 Mary Baldwin, but let's beat James Madison.
God, they beat Mary Baldwin. Call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot, round us home. You getting fun on the Elephone?
Yeah, I think just the line being set here with Longwood open -1 tells you kind of all you need to know. I think books think that Longwood's going to win this game. So it'll be Longwood money line, but I agree with Trev. I think this is going to flip. People are going to see the James Madison name. So wait to bet it is what I'll do. But I'll end up just betting the Longwood money line like I did with the Arkansas State money line tonight and kind of risk my luck there. Added a little maybe hopeful short, little yapper at home dog.
Longwood, Trevor, Elliot, up, laying the wood. Let's go, laying the wood. All right, fuck it. Elliot, you laying this? I'm not betting this game. I'll 40.
No, I'll get North Florida
40?
North Florida plus 40.5. No bet for me. I don't know if Tennessee can score enough to have this get this number up to the 40, but shit, this is probably one of the games that they do cover. I mean, they did beat Northern Kentucky by what, 39. I think Northern Kentucky is probably a little bit better than North Florida, in my opinion, but maybe North Florida can score a little bit more than Northern Kentucky did. But I'll take North Florida plus the points. I ain't betting it though.
Yep, no bet for me. I'll pick Tennessee. I'm not betting this though.
Spar.
And I want to take North Florida. North Florida can at least kind of hit threes a little bit. That's what they do. They shoot. I mean, obviously, if they're off, they're going to lose this game by 50. But if they hit, they can hang in within 30 points. Tennessee, this is a shit ton of points. It's not like Tennessee plays lightning fast. Like, to win by 41, you have to have a lot of shit go right, and you have to have the other team basically miss everything and turn it over every goddamn possession. I'll take North Florida with the 40.5. Definitely probably not going to bet this, but depending if that number gets big enough.
Oh man, you're about to bet that. I thought you were for sure going to bet that.
I might. I mean, who does Tennessee have on deck? Rice, so no big deal. Yeah, I don't know. 40.5 is a fuck ton. Although Ken Palm play Ken Palm play Tennessee is going to win by 33 according to Ken Palm, and they're laying 40. So that means Tennessee by 50.
All right. Tennessee though, they like to beat up on these teams because that's all they can feel good about. This is their Super Bowl. Speaking of Super Bowl, Coppin State's catching 31. Do you feel more comfortable out laying points with South Florida or Tennessee? I'll take Coppin State. I'm not betting this game. I refuse to bet this game. I can't pick Coppin State. The times I bet them, they're right. Times I don't, they're wrong. So fuck Coppin State. I'm going to hold off on them until conference play for a little bit, I think.
Can't blame you. Yeah, it would be Coppin, but I ain't touching Coppin State. Not with your money. So no, thank you.
Yeah, if I were going to bet anything in this game, I'd just probably bet the over 171 or take the team total South Florida over, whatever that may be. That would be my angles if you absolutely had to pinch me and make me bet this game. I'll take South Florida laying the 31 as my pick for the game, or for the side, I should say. But maybe look at that USF team total over possibly. Sometimes maybe Coppin State might struggle a little bit to score potentially. So maybe that's why I'd attack the team total over instead.
This line's disrespectful, I think. Virginia Tech's laying 12.5, over-unders 156.5. Virginia Tech's got a lot of hype. This St. Joe's team, though, this feels like a big number, but sometimes when I dive into St. Joseph's on a big number, it rarely works out as well. But I'm gonna take St. Joe's. They're a solid team. What is Virginia Tech to lay this many points? I know that they've improved their roster. They're building a rebrand. I'm taking St. Joe's. They got a good size. They're gonna get rebounds. They play physical on both sides of the ball. I like the St. Joseph's team. I mean, they got to be able to cover, right? I know that you're going to say the Ken Palm thing, but the St. Joe's team can force turnovers. They shut Drexel down. They shut Lafayette down.
You can also get a 13.5 at BetMGM. I just saw. looking at it unabated. So if you like St. Joseph's side, you can get a 13.5.
I mean, maybe I'll wait to bet it then. I mean, just to take a bet on people betting Virginia Tech household name. But the St. Joe's team doesn't play. I like their roster. I'll take them to cover the number.
Yeah, I'm with you. Virginia Tech also off of a overtime neutral game against Providence, won in overtime 107-101. St. Joe's 30th in continuity returning or minutes returning for themselves. So continuity is on this team, and we already saw it. They beat just Lafayette, beat them by 9, and then beat Drexel by 11. Now you get a test with Virginia Tech here. I'm with you. I'll take St. Joe's with 12.5. I think they're got the size and ability to hang in this game. Virginia Tech off of that overtime win against Providence, maybe a little sleepy and little tired towards the end of the game at least.
Hit that fucking music.
What music?
You know.
Wait, do you mean this music? Oh, if you hear me. St. Joe.
Yep. Give me St. Joe's. Crush does bring up a good point with St. Joe's having Penn on deck. Steve Donahue maybe looking forward to getting a little revenge spot on Penn. But I don't think that they overlook you're not overlooking a Power 5 ACC team when you're St. Joe's in the A10 trying to make a name for your conference.
Orbit League.
I think you saw Dayton struggle a little bit tonight with Cincinnati. They're at home, but they were only laying 6. I think Virginia Tech, my biggest angle on this is it's just a little bit of a letdown spot. You rely heavily on that freshman, and freshmen can play really good, but then they can also struggle at times too. So if you got a freshman point guard, that Nicholas Abdalis, they're definitely gonna rely on him, and he's going to have a lot of weight on his shoulders. So can he continue to come through game in and game out to cover these types of numbers? Like you said, I think St. Joe's can keep it close here. So yeah, plus 13.5 for me. It'll be a bet.
All right. Dang it. Elliot, Mr. Oklahoma. Tulsa minus 9.5 for Solo Roberts. Over-unders 159.5. What you feeling in this one?
Man, I was going to look up and see what they did last year. Tulsa beat Oral Roberts at home by 9 last year in this game. Kind of in a similar spot. Wednesday the 13th. What's tomorrow? Wednesday the 12th. So damn near a year to the day. They beat them by 9. I don't know what to think about this Oral Roberts squad. However, it's Battle of Tulsa, rivalry game. I think it's too many points, in my opinion, especially off Tulsa's ass kicking of Rhode Island there on that neutral there in where was that? Alumni Hall. Where was that at? The Alumni Hall there in the Atlantic.
Navy.
Oh, yeah. Alumni Hall there in Annapolis. So, fresh off of that, they're traveling back. Oral Roberts had a home game against John Brown. If anybody knows where John Brown is, bonus points. But, I think it's too many points. Oral Roberts kind of.
Who John Brown is? Is that where? Let's see. Is it in Dodge City, Kansas? I have no idea.
No. Arkansas. Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Actually, now you got me second guessing, but I'm pretty sure.
I totally took a fucking guess there. It's not in Dodge City. I'll put my money on that.
Yep. John Brown, Siloam Springs, Arkansas. But anyway, too many points. I think Oral Roberts, they played fairly competitive, at least on the offensive end, against Oklahoma State in that first game. I kind of watched that entire game because that was literally the only fucking game that ESPN would let me watch on ESPN Plus at that time when everything else was lagging and I was trying to watch my cats. And I was pretty impressed with the offensive firepower that Oral Roberts had. So, yeah, give me the plus 9.5. I could even be talked into maybe betting that over 159. I think both these teams could play in the 80s.
I could see the over there. I like that. no side on the conviction for me. So I'll root for the points here. Rooting for points has been working out for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oral Roberts, not a big fan of this team a whole lot. It's not like they've been incredibly impressive at all. Tulsa, big road win against Rhode Island. They do have Kansas State on deck, so for that reason, I would lean Oral Roberts, but I'm not touching this game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
end up. I'll bet this. I'll bet Oral Roberts plus the points. I think it's too many points. We saw a lot of these rivalry games today. Florida State that come down to last 2 points of the game.
Elliot, the missionary, stopping hurricanes, going into hurricane towns as the missionary. Oral Roberts. Let's go. Oh, I know Trevor's betting this one, and I can smell what he might be betting with me, and I'm not going to say what I'm betting. Come into the funk, come with me into the sea. Let's smoke a skunk.
Yeah, we're going back to the well. This line is disgusting. One, you have Evansville as a dog on or losing by 1 on KenPom. 2, back to the system play. Middle Tennessee on the road. No, thank you. Evansville money line. Lock it up. Let's go, Purple Aces.
Let's go, Purple Aces. I like this squad. Ragland's got a good squad, and Middle Tennessee, man, they're not the same Middle Tennessee from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. They kind of they stumble, and Trevor said it best on the road, and they also just do kind of in big games. And now the books are laying it with Evansville. Let's see the respect for some Purple Aces and dive into this gross shit. Give me Evansville. If it fucking flips to Middle Tennessee tomorrow, it might, but I'm not. I don't care. I'm betting Evansville. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Take it now. Money line.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's ride together. I don't even need to really cap this. I'll ride with you guys. I'll trust it. I don't really think Middle Tennessee State's as good as they have been in the past, and especially when we're getting them on the road. First D1 game on the season. Give me Evansville. It's a gross, pinch your nose, whatever. Let's fucking do it. Evansville money line.
Womp, 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 womp. All right, let's go.
Second one, Evansville and Longwood. Pinch your nose parlay.
Let's go. We'll have to find our 2-team money line parlay. We didn't say that the M&M 2-team money line parlay is 3-0 officially now. Just so you know, 2-team money line parlay. Maybe we'll call it the M&M parlay because 2-team money line parlay. So I don't know. Anyway, Texas laying 31.5 against Fairleigh Dickinson. I'll pick Texas. I'm not betting this game. I got to see it from Texas to lay that big of a number. Fairleigh Dickinson's awful. They can't cover against some of the worst teams in college basketball. So I'll pick Texas. No bet for me.
Yeah, I kind of like the over. In this one, I mean, Fair Dick gave up 93 to St. Peter's, 88 to Iowa State. They only scored 50 in that game. So
you
that's
like the Texas team total over or the full game?
I don't know. I'd probably Texas team total over, but I mean, they still gave up 60 to Lafayette. I mean, I don't think Fair Dick is that much worse than them. The amount of points, probably Texas team total over would probably be better. But yeah, over in general too. But gun to head, probably Texas team total over. Probably believe in them more to score on this porous defense than Fairleigh Dickinson, just coming and showing up and scoring 60, 65 or so. So give me Texas over.
I'll lay it with Texas here. They got nothing to look ahead. I think Sean Miller is licking his chops. Lost to Duke, then they put a 37-point win on Lafayette. Looking ahead at their schedule, they got Fairleigh Dickinson, UMKC, and Rider. I think they're just kind of ready to put up a shit ton of points here in these next 3 games. So I'll lay it with Texas. Might be one of the big numbers that I bet. Haven't decided quite yet, but that'd be the side for me.
Bigger man than me. Valparaiso's laying 1 against Nicholls State. Over under is 146.5. Anyone got anything here? I could be talked into something. I have an angle. Not an angle, really, but the feel.
What is it?
I watched Nicholls State against Kentucky. They're pretty bad, man. Now Valparaiso. This feels like another Evansville, Missouri Valley. Plug your nose, get it done. So I think Valpo is somewhat decent, improved. I think where we worry about Valpo is defensively. And the way I watch Nicholls State, they just haven't been able to shoot the ball that well for me. Watch, they'll come in and just fucking shoot 60%, but they really don't shoot good. Terrible at 3. Lose to Eastern Illinois. You only score 57 points against Eastern Illinois. Both these teams defensively, the defensive edge is Nicholls State over Valpo. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. But you got to put the ball in the bucket, man. Give me Valpo at home.
Yeah, I can't really argue any of that. Valpo, they did lose Schwieger and they changed their team name and all this other shit going on. But you got Nicholls State coming in tomorrow. I think this is a good spot for them to show up and get it done. I hate that we keep siding with all of these weird -1 lines here, but Valpo, they did give up 107 to Kentucky, but Nicholls has yet to score more than 57. I mean, Eastern Illinois held them to 57. So with that, I'm just going to trust Valparaiso at home just to win the game. So give me Valpo money line.
This might flip. You could possibly maybe wait. I think maybe people might play a little comparison game, see that Nicholls kept it within 26 and Kentucky beat the brakes off of Valpo. So they might think that Nicholls State's the better team, but I agree. Valpo opened up as the favorite for a reason. Another one of these pinch your nose games. Valpo money line for me. Not sure if I'm going to bet this though. I'm going to be a little selective. In as many of these games, I've already got Longwood, already got Evansville. Don't know if I want to make it a trifecta or not.
Go with your gut. Little Rock, Marquette. Marquette's 20.5. Over under is 157.5. I will pick Marquette. I'm not going to bet this. I think Marquette, after not being able to cover in their first game, laying an egg against IU defensively. Couldn't stop a cold. They still shot the ball pretty decently. They got a lot of extra foul calls, though. No, I'm not even being biased. I mean, you look at the box score. But Marquette, I'll pick them. I can't bet this just because I need to see them actually lay this number, and Low Rock is okay. But I think that they can get rolled here. I'll pick Marquette. If I'm right, yay. Hopefully someone had the balls to bet it. I don't. I need to see it from them. So, yeah. I think they can get it done at home, though. No Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think this is a spot Marquette could potentially roll. They have not looked pretty this year at all. I'm trying to pull it. Here you go. Yeah, Southern, they beat them by 18, and then Albany was 27, so those are all right, but got rocked by Indiana. They got Maryland on deck. I think they come home and they just put it on Little Rock, take out their frustrations, and get ready. Get ready to play Maryland on Saturday. So I think Marquette comes in and just curb stomps Little Rock here tomorrow.
Yeah, I like Marquette laying the points as well. I don't know. It's just hard for me to lay a big number with Shaka. He kind of tend to play with their food, but Little Rock, I'm not quite sure if they're going to be as good as what we thought they were with some of the injuries that they're going to be dealing with again this year. So yeah, I think Marquette's going to probably lay it on them. So Marquette minus the 20.5. If you're going to bet it, go ahead and bet it now because it's going to shoot up, I believe. Just based on the bounce back angle, and with Little Rock just coming over from Milwaukee to Marquette on a day's rest.
All right. Texas State's laying a point against UTSA. Do you want to dive back into this nonsense? I don't. I'll take the under, no bet. I think we see a low scoring game. We see like a 74-68 game or something, 74-70. Just gets under the number. This is a volatile game. I have no clue what can happen here. So I'll be feet up. Give me the under. Slow defensive possession length, slow offensive possession length, lack of scoring on both sides. But you just never know with these two types of teams. So under, no bet for me.
Yeah. UTSA's offense, I mean, he put up 60 against SIUE, 97 against the Biblical Studies. Awesome. I mean, they still held them to 77. They forced 14 turnovers. They did send them to the line 26 times. And they were 15-26. So, I mean, a 17-point loss could have been even worse. Worse for them. Texas State, I mean, they played Bowling Green and Tulane, both road games. Tulane was far more competitive than the Bowling Green game where they lost by, do the math here, 35. On the road, they got absolutely killed. Another home for their first D1 game. UTSA hitting the road for the first time, and these two being interstate, I feel like it's going to be a tight game. So I would normally take the points, but it's just one. I'm gonna take Texas State at home here to get this one done. I think they'll be able to find a way to get this done, and UTSA with the amount of times they foul, that's got to come back and bite them in the ass at some point. I mean, Texas State's only shooting 70%, not great, but UTSA 62%, 24% from beyond the arc. They're not turning the ball over. That's about it. The defense is all right, but I still think at the end of the day, Texas State's gonna find a way to get this one done.
Yeah, I'm so glad that they delayed this game to tomorrow. They didn't actually delay it, but today seemed like when all the rivalries were being played, and now they postponed this one. I'm gonna say to get more eyes on this. This will be one of the games that I love to watch tomorrow. Big time rivalry, I-35 rivalry. Anything can kind of go in here. I do like your angle of the under, Huff, just for the fact that it's a rivalry game. They're probably going to, start out a little slow. They're going to know each other. It's going to be competitive, kind of a grinded out slugfest potentially. I was looking last year. I don't even think that they played each other, which was kind of surprising to me. But before then, last 2 years, they split it. UTSA won 61-56. And then the year before, or the year after that in 23, before last year, Texas State won 72-62. So you look at those games, definitely hits this under here pretty easily by well within 10, 15 points. So yeah, I think I'll be on the under here in a slugfest rivalry type game. I could definitely see that playing out that way. But I'm excited to watch this game for sure.
All right. Yeah. All right. I could be convinced. I could be convinced.
Watch it. You should watch it. It's gonna be lit as fuck.
No, I'm gonna watch it for sure. It'll definitely be on TV. I could be convinced to bet it actually.
And it could be a little lit home environment there at Texas State too. They get crazy there in San.
Cool there. There's a lot of people that go there.
Oh yeah, and they get crazy there in San Marcos, as Ken would probably attest to there in the chat. I'm sure he'll pop in and tell you about his times there at San Marcos.
Ooh, I would love to hear some times at San Marcos here. We're coming up on midnight, Ken, here Eastern. So pump fake after dark. Always a fun pleasure. Houston minus 29.5. Trevor, I cannot do the team total under first half until I see it go through the hoop. Can't do it. I think it comes out too late. Do we just take the full game under or the full team total under in Oakland? Or do we just lay the fucking wood? This is your...
Yeah. I mean, geez, like Houston is not covering these first half team total unders, but I mean, it's not like they're giving up a shitload over. Like they're going over by like 1 or 2 points. Houston's got Auburn on deck, though. That's going to be tough. I'd be willing to go with Oakland, but problem with Oakland, they played Michigan, Purdue, Houston. So in about a week and a half, they played 3 of the top, 10 or 15 teams in the country, back to back to back. I mean, they just had a great effort against Purdue, lost by 10. And now you got Houston, but Houston's got a little bit of a look ahead. Maybe Kelvin Sampson uses this game as like a tune-up, and they just absolutely just squash them, and Houston or Oakland just runs out of gas after this world tour they've done. So I'm actually going to go with Houston. I think Sampson uses this as a tune-up game defensively, make sure everything's running right and looking good. For Auburn that they have on deck, I mean, they also lost to Auburn last year on that neutral, like game 2 or 3 of the season. So, they're kind of getting ready for that. I think they come in focused tomorrow to make sure everything's running accordingly and get it done. So I'll lay it with Houston 29.5. Probably won't bet it, but I might. I'm not sure.
I'll take Oakland team total under. I think I got to agree with all your angles here. Houston gets right, but to fade can't be completely as tough, but I think fading it right's the team total under, which we may be worried about in the first half, but Houston always clamps in 40 minutes. I love that score, by the way, DeJuice, 82-51, Houston.
Yeah, I think Oakland definitely got their game, their show-out game against Purdue, where they only, made it respectable, lost by 10, were in it till damn near pretty much the end. I kind of like just this full game under 137.5. Houston hasn't shown to be able to score like they have here as of recent years. I mean, really, they haven't scored a lot. Really struggled a lot last year, scoring wise as well at times. But typically, when they're playing these, mid majors, they tend to run the score up and be able to get whatever they want on the offensive end. And that's something that they haven't really been able to do this year. So for that reason, I think the team total under for Oakland is nice. I just hate for it to squeak over by 4 points or something when Houston kind of takes their foot off the gas in like the last minute. I just think Houston's not going to be able to score enough, and I think they're going to be able to clamp down Oakland enough to keep this game under that 137.5. I mean, you look at even if the Juices score 82-51, 133, you're still 4 points clear. So Houston could even put up 85, hold Oakland to 50, and seem, you're still hitting the under here. So I'll take the full game under here. I think that's kind of going to be the play, but I definitely don't mind the team total under for Oakland as well.
Yeah, I could see it. Again, that goes with my angle. I think Sampson just clamps down and they get shit rolling tomorrow.
And like Brandon saying in the chat, he doesn't even think Houston will score 80, which, I mean, they haven't scored 80 yet this year, have they? 75 against Lehigh, 65 against Towson. So, if they score 80, you're basically trying to bank on Oakland scoring 58 or more for that over to hit. I just don't see that 80-58. So yeah, that makes me like the full game under even more. So I like the under.
Yep. Next we got Eastern Kentucky at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's laying 30 or 29.5, 171 total. 171.
These are your guys. What are you doing here? You laid it with them against UCF, didn't you? Or no, was it the game before?
I laid it with them once this year. I think it was. It was UCF. It was UCF.
And Lipscomb. You laid it with Lipscomb, and they absolutely fucking smacked Lipscomb.
Oh yeah. Maybe I didn't bet the UCF game. I don't remember. Either way, they got Eastern Kentucky. No look ahead here. They're not coming. They're coming off the UCF game on the road, but back home, you got Pine Bluff, Southern, Western Kentucky on deck. They got nothing really to look forward to right now. Eastern Kentucky just lost that Western Kentucky rivalry game, lost by 8 at home. Now you're going to travel to Vanderbilt here. I think this could get ugly. Vanderbilt's offense has been absolutely clicking. Their defenses look good. The rebounding. They're forcing turnovers. They're shooting 46% from three right now. Obviously, that'll digress a little bit, but they're still shooting lights out right now. Eastern Kentucky sent Western Kentucky to the line a fair amount of times, and you got a Vanderbilt team that's shooting 80% from the free throw line. So I think things could kind of get out of hand. A minus 171.5 total, I think, kind of tells you Vanderbilt's just gonna keep running and gunning and scoring points here. So I'll take Vanderbilt minus 29.5. Probably won't bet this one though.
Yeah, I like that angle as well. I think it's a big time. Rarely do you see a letdown spot come after a big after a loss, but I feel like this is a letdown spot for Eastern Kentucky. Rivalry game. They're at Western Kentucky trying to beat the streak. With Western Kentucky, winning 19 of the last 20, I believe, something like that. Someone can fact check me on that. But big time get up spot for them. They're against Western Kentucky. Now they go on the road to Vanderbilt. I think they're going to be kind of licking their chops a little bit after that tough loss. And so I'll lay it with Vanderbilt minus 29.5. I probably should just end up betting this. Beat Lipscomb by 44. I mean, UCF kept it competitive there in the second half. But, in that first half, they had built a 16-point lead and then kind of just coasted. I don't think they really coast at home potentially. So Vandy minus 29.5 to play for me.
I'll battle, but I'm gonna wait. I'm not bringing a knife to a gunfight there, so I'll be. And it's not really a full blown analogy, but just using that analogy because I think this number will go up. So maybe we both get the number. We'll see if I actually bet this though. Samford's laying 5.5 against Texas Southern. Over under is 152.5. This line kind of reeks as well. To high heavens. Not like Samford's amazing
on YouTube, by the way, too. So everybody will have this game. No ESPN bullshit for this game on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, hold the TV. No defense at all, really, for Samford, man. But Samford on the road, been unimpressive. Texas Southern, though, they may be playing somewhat of pride, but shit. I'll take Samford. Hate taking them on the road.
I'll battle. I got Texas Southern plus 5.5. Lock that shit up. I'm betting it.
I don't know if I'm betting this. I'll maybe bring a knife to a gunfight there, actually.
Yeah, I like Texas Southern too. Samford, not the same team as they were last year. Samford also beat Texas Southern by 15 at home. Now they're heading to Texas Southern. They also have Arkansas on deck, so maybe they're looking a little bit to that one. Texas Southern's played Gonzaga and Texas A&M. I mean, they got 70 on A&M. Gonzaga just had their way with them, but they played two top opponents. Now you got a Samford team coming in that's much different than last year. I mean, you have 134th tallest team in the country in Southern versus the 332nd team on Samford. So height is going to be an issue, but it's not like Texas Southern's done anything well. But again, they play Texas A&M and Gonzaga here. They play a lot of bench minutes, keep it fresh. So I think Samford having Arkansas on deck, and I believe this is their second road game. They lost at Tulane by 13. No, I don't think Southern's as good as Tulane, but I think given the spot, Southern finally back home, just played these two powerhouses. Samford hitting the road before they have to play Arkansas, a little sandwich spot here. I'm gonna take Texas Southern. I think they're live to win this game. Give me the 5.5.
Yeah, I agree. I had a question real quick. Do you guys think that this line will go up a little bit? Will people be on Samford?
Probably Samford's
down a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this line's going to be the jumpity jump hopscotch line.
I don't think it's going to jump up 4 points, but I think you could move one.
I don't know. I think if you just bet it, you bet it now. 5.5. I'm not betting it. I hope you guys win. I like Texas Southern. Always root for them. Mike Davis. Southern Indiana versus South Dakota, 5.5. I think this line's gone down. It's 5.5, 4.5. Shop around. Some places got 4.5. Looks like mine's back to 5.5. Nope, I see 4.5. Man, Southern Indiana, man, they're feisty. The South Dakota at home. I'll lay it with South Dakota. I'll take the 4.5. Just based on them at home. This isn't the same South Dakota team as last year. Definitely lost a lot of producing pieces. But in Vermilion, tough travel spot for Southern Indiana. They've been struggling to find a win. VMI lost at home. They lost to Butler. They got an easy one in Loris at home coming back up. Then they go get their check against Incarnate Word on a neutral site. So I bet that's a massive check there. They got time to win in the non-con, but not in the road spot here for a little get right. As South Dakota dropped to Utah Tech, Creighton, beat up Ozark Christian in the Ozarks. So I'll take them 4.5 against Southern Indiana. Let's go Coyotes.
I'll lay it with South Dakota. Southern Indiana. Southern Indiana, I mean, hasn't done much this year. Good for them. They're not turning the ball over, but they're also not forcing turnovers. They're not getting to the free throw line. They're shooting 25% from three. Their 2-point percentage is sub 40%. They're 335th in the country. They're going to be outsized in this one. South Dakota coming home, lost to Utah Tech in overtime, a bad loss. I couldn't say bad loss given the competition, I suppose, but went to Creighton, hung in by 16. As we can see, Creighton is they're looking rough. Currently a 21-0 Gonzaga run. And they missed a free throw, so that'll continue. Now you're going to come home. You're going to get Southern Indiana, who's come off a home loss to VMI, and then they lost by 30 to Butler. This team can give it up, and their offense hasn't looked amazing. So I'll take South Dakota. Get a big win at home, lay in the 5.5.
You'll probably get 5.5 on your Fugazi book in Wisconsin, but shop around. 4.5's available. I'm looking at Bet365, Hard Rock, ESPN Bet, whatever the fuck that is anymore, and then DraftKings 4.5. Tad juice a little bit though.
All right, I'll be back. I got to skedaddle.
Pump fake after dark, baby. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, I'll be on South Dakota as well. I think this is a kind of a similar angle to the North Dakota State game that we had just talked about, with them losing their first 2 D1 games. Obviously South Dakota has that little win against that Ozark Christian school, but not going to count necessarily for the record. So you look at this, North Dakota State was 0-2 coming into tonight, ended up rolling over CSUN. And then I think South Dakota, similar kind of mindset here. I think they're going to kind of roll over Southern Indiana, get that first win. And yeah, like you said, I'll take the 4.5 and I'll bet it right now.
We're gonna wear out this beat. We're gonna do so.
But I did see that Cannabis Capper might be running some numbers on potential the 4.5 being the new 5.5 is what I saw. So
yeah, I know, absolutely. Yeah, he definitely he's onto that. The old 4.5, 5.5 to 4.5. Call it shrinkflation. A little shrinkflation going on in the books. Unbelievable stuff there. See, check out Cannabis Capper. He may be making an appearance this week on the Pump Fake Pod, just so you know. Potentially Thursday. Welcome, Cap, back to the Pump Fake Pod. NC State's laying 28.5 against UNC Greensboro. And I'll lay it with North Carolina State. Just feels like a lot of points for a decent UNC Greensboro team. I'll pick NC State. They like to beat up on these teams. I'm not going to lay the wood, though, tomorrow. Pick no bet.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this UNC Greensboro team kind of up close and personal when they played against K-State. Kind of a brand new roster. Like I said, I had shouted out Justin Neely. I think he's going to be a good player for them. NC State, though, it's hard for me to not just back Will Wade here, lay the 20.5. I know they didn't cover against UAB, or did they? I think it was 19.5, so they did cover. Absolutely ran up the score on North NC Central as well. And really, you know, it was pretty close. And then they kind of just, in that UAB game, just didn't really keep their foot off the gas for the entire second half. So I'll be on NC State minus the 28.5. But I'm right there with you. I probably should bet it, but I don't think I'm going to.
Oh, decent game here. Missouri's laying 7.5 against Minnesota. Nico Medved, Minnesota. Biden would say what the Vikings won today. Minnesota. Missouri's pretty good. They haven't had a somewhat of a test. I mean, they played SEMO, only won by 5. VMI, they won by almost 40. Minnesota, not really much of a test either. Missouri's roster is pretty solid. Minnesota's kind of fugazi, but I like a Medved disciplined team and their defense. I'll take Minnesota with the points, and this is for me a wait to bet spot. I think Missouri can get up to 8-9.
Yeah, I like Minnesota here, plus the 7.5. Haven't been too impressed. They did play really well at times in the exhibition against K-State when I was watching that. However, in the first few games of the season, haven't been super impressed or taken away a lot from that Missouri squad. I know they ran up the score on VMI there on Sunday. But I think it just maybe is too many points. And like you said, if you think it might go up a little bit, I might wait on it too. And maybe we can get a 9.5, something like that. If people come in, pour some money on the Missouri side, but just kind of scares me a little bit with it being Minnesota's first road game with kind of a unproven roster. I know he brought in a few guys from Colorado State, but you know, they played Gardner Webb, who historically is good, but this year we've seen they're not good at all. And then they played Alcorn State, so haven't been tested at all, to say the least. So that's the only thing that's kind of concerning. But I really think it's going to be too many points. And Brandon, I think you're right. SEC bias, that makes sense too. Why this number would go up. So wait to bet it. Minnesota plus.
Well, I mean, people also don't realize that Minnesota's got a rebrand with Nico Medved as well too. I mean, this is different coach. Ben Johnson ain't walking in catching 7.5 in Missouri. I'll tell you that.
I will say. What we got in here?
What will you say?
Minnesota Grizzlies, baby. Outright. All right, sorry. Montana Grizzlies.
Outright. Montana.
What's the points?
Hey! You cashed that money line there, huh?
Nah, just the points. I should have sprinkled some on the money line. I knew it. UNLV. Fugazi ass team.
Hey, well, the M&M parlay did cash. Stay tuned for that too. Let's go, Elliot. Good cash on Montana. Good hit. What a up and down team. I love it. Prairie View A&M's catching 32 against Oklahoma State. Lay it. Oklahoma State's a different team. I like their team total over as well. I think that's going to be my play, actually, is the team total over. This Steve Lutz team, remember, he was at Western Kentucky absolutely running and gunning, and now he's got some fucking spokes, pokes, guns. He's a cowboy. Put up 87 against A&M with solid defense. Oral Roberts, 95. They're going to put up 100 with Prairie View A&M. Let's go Oklahoma State. Go Pokes.
Yeah, I agree. Oklahoma State, you could delay it, take the team total over. whichever one you wanted to do. I mean, Prairie A&M gave up 105 to Wichita State, who's not the best offensively. Wichita State beat them by 43. So I think you can't go wrong with laying the 32 or taking the OSU team total over. I will say, in that game against Texas A&M there at home, a lot of people are starting to show up again there at Gallagher, which I've been waiting for the past at least 10 plus years. Used to be a very, very lit environment back in the Eddie Sutton days, and like kind of early 2000s, mid 2000s, right? Kind of after Self had left. But I really, I think Lutz is going to really want to run up the score and get these students and everybody excited about the program, just because he's going to try to bring in a lot of people. A lot of people, like Jacob said in the chat, the Oak State women, they're the real deal too, and they bring in a lot of fans. And so I think Lutz is going to try to do the same by running up these scores here early on in the season, just to get the whole campus, all the environment excited. So lay it, Oklahoma State.
Remember when Marcus Smart punched that guy? That was fucking awesome. Texas Tech. Bradley, minus 14.5. Elliot, you lead us away. I gotta find my fucking TV remote. I'm stuck on this damn channel. It's awful. ESPN commercial break on ESPN Plus is just god awful too as well.
Yeah, I don't know. UT Martin, kind of a mystery team to us. They went on the road, beat UNLV, but now after that Montana result, is UNLV even, is that even a good win for UT Martin? This seems like way too many points. I hate to fade Bradley at home there in Carver Arena. It's always been a pretty awesome atmosphere, but this Bradley team's a little different. I know they rolled against Central Michigan after that kind of bounce back win after they lost to St. Bonaventure on opening day. But this just seems like my gut initial feeling just tells me to bet UT Martin in the points here. I think that they're maybe a lot better than what people think they are, and I think the lines are a little sporadic right now. I mean, you saw that UNLV was minus 16.5. UT Martin beat them outright. So UT Martin's second D1 game, the books will eventually catch up, but I'll be on UT Martin plus the 14.5.
You're fading Bradley at home?
Yeah, I just said I hate fading Bradley at home. It's like, Carver Arena gets lit.
It is a long, big line. I'll give you that.
Big line. They already kind of had that one game, laid out on the line against Central Michigan after that loss against St. Bonaventure. They won by 30 at home. So now maybe a little sleepy spot. And then you also got to look too. They travel to San Francisco on the road. They're on Saturday as well. So maybe Bradley just kind of squeaks by and wins by 10.
I don't know, man. Bryant's laying 1 against Dartmouth. Over under 149. What?
No cap for you on that one?
I said I don't know, man. I think my cap was you're gonna fade Bradley at home, I guess, is what I'll leave the audience with. Bryant's laying 1 against Dartmouth. Over under is 149. Fuck. I'll pick Bryant. Dartmouth's not bad though. I'm not betting this game. God no. Not betting this game. Don't want to have this game on. Don't want to watch this game. Fuck they showing this shit. You're on mute, my friend.
Sorry about that. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this game. Not really gonna bet this. Bryant money line for me. But no bet.
All right. Cal Poly versus Colorado State. Colorado State's laying 18.5. Cal Poly, competitive, can score points. I'll take Cal Poly with the points. I'm not betting this one either. God, no. I can't fade Fort Collins.
Yeah, I'm going to get behind Fort Collins here. They've absolutely obliterated their first two opponents, Incarnate Word, Nebraska, Omaha. I think both of those teams are better than Cal Poly. So give me Colorado State minus the 18.5.
All right, I'll join you. Are you betting this?
Yeah.
I'll join you. If you're betting this, I'll join you. I'll join you if you're betting it. I think my cat. I mean, why would I fade this too? It's like bullshit.
You taking the Oklahoma State team total?
Well, there's no 100. There's no 99.5. But yeah, why not? Well, they'll fucking rock it. Hell yeah, they'll rock it. We'll see. And
you also got to think, we have to. This is another cap. You got to fade Cal Poly off the buzzer beater.
Yeah, that's another great call off a big win. Yeah, absolutely.
Buzzer beater at the buzzer against Seattle at Seattle. Yep, fade the buzzer beater and back Fort Collins.
All right, San Diego's laying 1.5 against Idaho. Torero's laying a point. Books have been kind of respecting San Diego a little bit.
Who's better, Idaho State or Idaho?
Idaho. I have Idaho better than Idaho State in the Big Sky.
San Diego lost to Idaho State at home.
I know. I don't know why San Diego's laying a point. Maybe the books love San Diego.
I know. I mean, they have this. The Ken Palm has San Diego winning by 3.
What the fuck do they have on the information at Torero's? It's fucking Steve. Like, give me Idaho. Fuck this. I'm taking Idaho. I'm betting this. Give me Idaho money line. This team's better. I'm going with the better team. I don't care about the stink. Give me Idaho money line. We battling here?
No, fuck no. I'm going with Idaho too. That's why I asked you if who was the better team between Idaho State and Idaho, because Idaho State literally just beat San Diego on Friday by 3 at San Diego. Now you get the return game against Idaho, and I think Idaho's better. So I don't see why we wouldn't go in on Idaho money line here. Idaho already got a big win this year over Washington State on the road. This environment is going to be way less than what the environment was there in Pullman. So I think Idaho splits here. I think they're going to lose either UC San Diego or San Diego here on this little San Diego road
Absolutely.
trip. Whichever one you want to bet, then just fade them on the next game, I think.
Go ahead, Elliot. Take it away. Weber State's catching 20.5. Over-under is 153.5. What you got, my friend?
This one's tough. A little interstate battle. Again, shout out to just the schedulers for this week. There's been a lot of interstate battles, which have been really fun to watch and to just talk about. Ogden. How close is Ogden to Logan? I think it's pretty far. I'm about to look that up real quick. I don't think it's very far. Yeah, 50 minutes. Is that that's where Utah State is, right? Ogden?
Utah State's in Logan.
Utah State's in Logan, yeah. And I know Weber State's in Ogden for sure because I went there to that campus. So, yeah, about a 50-minute drive. So, pretty close to each other. Man. I will say I'm not betting Weber State plus the 20.5. because I'm not going to fade that home environment. It is, correct me if I'm wrong, Utah State's home opener.
Yep. No. Sorry. No.
They had Westminster.
Yeah.
Um,
They beat up the Dog Club.
D1 home opener. Fresh off the VCU win, though. They're on the neutral.
You're capping it, man. You're the one that's capping it.
Yeah. I'm walking through it.
State, 20.5. I'm locking up Utah State. I'm not fading that. Hell no. If 3 caps in a row I've had, I'm not fading this home gym. This is my favorite one. I don't care if it's that many points.
Yep, and the fact Weber is
downfall last few years. I love that Damian's poured in some money though. They got that money now. A little bit.
They do, and he's the GM, so I think they're going to be a little bit better and start to make a change for the better for sure since he left. They did also just lose at Utah in overtime on Saturday too. Yeah, give me Utah State minus the 20. I can't. I was going to pick Weber State and just lay off the game because I was not going to bet against that home environment for sure. You will not see me betting against that home environment all year. If I do, somebody please come over. I'll give you my address. You can fucking slap me. But yeah, I'll be on Utah State.
Okay. Elliot, take this one away. Why don't you read this one real quick?
This is an interesting one.
Utah Tech's not even that bad. It's funny.
I will say this is a neutral site game in Hawaii, by the way, for what it's worth. So it's at Honolulu. It's in Honolulu, Hawaii. Manhattan laying the 3.5 against Utah Tech. We were on. Why am I calling them Utah Tech? Fucking Dixie State. Yeah, give me. I kind of want to fucking bet.
I think you just went on mute.
I did. I'm looking something up real quick. Give your cap. I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay. I was kind of loading up something for our next play here. I'm not taking. I like Manhattan. I have Manhattan winning their conference.
I'll talk. Well, I can talk while you load it up. My fault.
No, you're good. I have them winning the conference. I don't know if I can lay that many points on the road though in that road spot. I'll take Utah Tech. No bet. Dixie State. No bet. Not betting that.
It's not. It's not on the road, right?
I understand, but it's kind of on the road for both. Okay, yeah, that makes me feel a little better. All right, I'll pick Manhattan. No bet. I'll pick Manhattan. No bet.
And Hasty, it is the Rainbow Warrior Classic or the Outrigger Rainbow Classic. So we got a nice little Hawaii MTE. You got Manhattan versus Utah Tech, and then we'll talk about the next game here later. Our penultimate or ultimate penultimate.
Penultimate would be the second to last game.
So our last game of the night, you'll see it'll be the end of the doubleheader here. But fuck, this is a tough one for me. You look at Manhattan. I'm assuming that they just left straight from USC. That's why they scheduled that game against USC. So people may think that it's a longer travel, like Virgil was saying in the chat for the Jaspers. However, they played USC on Sunday, and then I guarantee you they just went straight over to Hawaii after on Sunday. Utah Tech, on the other hand, they're playing at Arizona State. So similar travel spots for both, in my opinion. This one's tough. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't want to waste my time too much on it. Give me the.
You're not betting it, yeah. I'll take Manhattan 3.5. No bet. I could.
We'll spar. Fuck it. We'll spar. I'll get Utah Tech plus the 3.5 then.
All right, he's going woke. No more Dixie State. All right. UC San Diego's catching a point. Fresno State's laying a point. No. This Fresno State team, I can't get behind. I haven't been able to get behind. I feel like even they've been having some fugazi stuff behind the scenes, of course, but even just offensively, they lack prowess. They lack any physicality on defense. And I like this UC San Diego team and this program that they're building over in San Diego, even with the coaching change, bringing in Clint Allard, 2-0 start, beat up Houston Christian at home by 18. Now you go on your first road test against a Fresno State team that's on paper not too bad, doesn't turn the ball over a good amount of times, but either does UC San Diego as well. And San Diego's pretty much got an okay rebound advantage too on the defensive side. So Fresno State lost at home to USC Upstate, so they're already on the brink to and have shown that they can lose. And they did just win by 20 against Long Beach State, so maybe come in, coast a little bit for Fresno State. The books feel like they like San Diego as well on that short number, so even they're afraid to make a big number at home against Fresno State. And I have to shout this out. Because it's an absolute banger. Our play of the days have gone 3-3 for rhythm, and we got another rhythm play of the day here, if you can believe it. So I'm excited about it. Triton, let's go. Let's freaking go here. We got the Tritons on deck. UC San Diego -1.5. We got at Fresno State, Fresno, California. Model prediction 75-72 UC San Diego. So they even got them laying a point. So if you can see Fresno State laying a point, get that plus money. Yes, let's go UC San Diego. I even would say money line as well too. So we'll go -1.5. But yeah, I love it. Plus odds here for the Rhythm play of the day. Rhythm likes it with their predictive modeling service. And remember, we have a sign-up code, PFP25. It helps us out first 25% of the month. If you guys can sign up, do your own type of modeling, and get the best plays. So Rhythm play of the day, UC San Diego tomorrow against Fresno State.
Yeah, but I'm still seeing a +1.5, +1 pick 'em line right now. So get it while you can before they flip over to the favorite. I think that's a good spot, and no need to further dive into it. I think I
don't know why the line says. I don't know why we have a -1.5 here. I mean,
yeah, I mean I guess it's talking about the
I would
odds.
just take the money line, honestly. Yeah, it's talking about the odds itself, but I would just take the money line, UC San Diego. So we'll go that with our play of the day.
Yep,
money line.
Yep. For sure. The Rhythm app is a lot smarter than us. It takes in the account of odds versus winning percentage, and calculates the positive EV and all of that stuff. So things that are above my head and pay grade. But yeah, I would just take the money line on the -110 or the +105 or +100. I think is what I'm seeing at a few books. But I think the books are mispricing UC San Diego right now just based on the coaching change, and we're all here to take advantage of it, including Rhythm.
All right, South Dakota State versus Oregon. Oregon's laying 16.5. Is Shellstad back? What's his status?
No, he shouldn't. I don't think he's going to be back till like
December.
Middle of December. I'll look it up real quick right now.
I don't love this South Dakota State team needs to be a more blind kind of betting team for me. Just go ahead and bet them blindly. But even sometimes on the road, South Dakota State just hasn't really looked impressive offensively, though. I think that's where they could struggle. Oregon, maybe a little get right. They're really good defensively. So I'll pick Oregon minus the points, but I don't know if I can lay that many points as well, especially without a Shellstad. But I just don't love this South Dakota State team this year compared to other teams prior. What say you, my friend?
I was just looking it up. I just totally had missed this, but Shellstad actually played against Rice
That's what I thought. I thought he was back. Yeah,
on Friday, which was kind of impressive. He played 35 minutes, 11 points, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals. There, Oregon still only beat Rice by 4. But kind of impressive because I know from all the reports he had that broken hand at the very end of October and was supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks, which would have put him middle of November, kind of right before the Players era, I think was their target date. So that's awesome. Good news for Oregon. I just think this is way too many points for a good, proud mid-major program like South Dakota State. Maybe Oregon will laugh at me and blow them out by 20, but you've seen what they've done against Hawaii and Rice, won by a combined 5 points, and now they're laying 16.5. I just think that's way too many points. So I'll be on SDSU plus the 16.5, and I will bet this.
Oregon State minus 2.5 against North Texas. Elliot, you got anything here? I mean, Oregon State kind of more competitive than years past. I mean, I know they may have that random run in conference, but their roster's been exceeding expectations this season. I beat North Dakota State. You beat Illinois, Chicago. They've been playing like close games though, so I think this explains the short spread. Now you got North Texas, who's building into this program, dominated at home, Northwestern State in the second half, and then beating Loyola Chicago. This is a Cleveland State team, pretty much. So this is going to be a slugfest. I like the under here, and I like North Texas on the road continuing. Sorry, Wayne Tinkle. I have to say I like the under more, though. This is going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, I agree. I think this might be a first to 70 type game, and I'll take the chances that it's 70 to 63, 70 to 65, or maybe even both teams just score in the 60s and we hit this under. That'd be my play here. Both teams play at tremendously slow pace, especially on the offensive end for sure. North Texas definitely loves to drag out possessions on the defensive end as well. So I think that's just going to make Oregon State play even slower. North Texas is definitely going to want to limit possessions. That's just what they've done, or what Coach Robinson's done at Cleveland State. Now he brings it over to North Texas. That'll be a play for me. It's kind of weird because North Texas is favored by 2 here on KenPom, and you got Oregon State laying the 2.5, so a total 4.5 point flip. So kind of a interesting angle there. But I feel more confident in the under 136.5 hitting rather than the taking a stab at one of the sides. So yeah, give me North Texas, Oregon State under.
Let's dive in.
136.5, and another good, just kind of a reason to kind of bet it too is tough travel spot for North Texas. So, they might be a little sluggish, might start a little slow. I would expect it to be a little bit slower on the offensive end. I think everybody can play defense, but sometimes that offense starts out real slow when you have a tough travel spot.
All right. Seattle's laying 7.5 against Eastern Washington. Over-unders 149.5. I'll bet Seattle minus 7.5. I don't feel strong enough to convict. This home court advantage has kind of dissipated a little bit, but it is early in the season, so I don't know. This feels like the right spot for Seattle to win. But Eastern Washington's been competitive. They got this little, I know they're 0-3, but they got this little just light about them that's just it's kind of nice. It's warming. It's just, we don't have any funding. We still take Colorado to 5 points in Colorado. Oh, we don't have any funding, but we lost 8 points at Loyola Marymount. Oh, we don't have any funding, but we lost 6 points at UCLA. Excuse my burp there. Seattle wins. I think this is the spot here that Seattle just gets this done by 12. Eastern Washington heading back home. A little interstate battle though, so there may be a little play with pride spot, but not for me with Eastern Washington. They've exhausted their energy. Seattle, get right, can get it done. They lose to Cal Poly at home on a buzzer beater. They played with their food against Denver. lose to Utah just played their food against Denver. So yeah, this is their spot. They win by like 12 or 15 points, I think. Don't know if I'll bet it. I could be talked into it. I like some totals tonight though.
Yeah,
tonight.
Total opposite ends of the state, East Coast to West Coast. I just think you're spot on with that cap. I think Eastern Washington just running on dead legs. This will be their fourth straight road game. They've been competitive in every single game. Pushed UCLA to kind of the brink. Same with Loyola Marymount. Probably could have beat Colorado, but that sent that game to overtime. Now you got to go travel one more time before heading home. I like laying it with Seattle here. I think Seattle's a little upset off of that buzzer beater loss against Cal Poly. So give me Seattle minus the 7.5.
All right, Montana State versus Stanford. Stanford's laying 14.5 against Montana State. Over-unders 150.5. I think it's too many points. I think
Stanford's been kicking my ass this year.
I'm not betting on. Yeah, exactly. I'm 0-2 betting against Stanford.
Pissing me off.
And Montana State's defense sucks, but Stanford has been pushing the pace. They've been able to score tons of points. I don't think Montana State will be able to score. Maybe they can slow the pace down enough, but I'll take the under. No bet. I'm not going to bet this. I'll take the under. I can't take a side in this game. Completely agree with you, Elliot.
Yeah, that was an impressive showing by Stanford. I was on Montana there. Impressive showing by them to get the job done there. I'll be on Montana State plus the 14.5. Probably going to be a no bet for me because I'm tired of getting my ass kicked by Stanford. But I will say, I think if I would have been on Portland State plus the points, I think they only lost by 10, and I just don't think I was even on that game. So I think maybe I've only been burned once by Stanford so far. But either way, probably not a bet for me. I'll take the points. I don't really believe in this Stanford team yet.
Elliot getting his ass kicked by Andrew Luck. He's like, I'm having a lot of fun out here. I love Elliot. Throwing to him, he's been absolutely outstanding. No, I love football. No, I'm not going to retire because I hate football secretly. Anyway, Pacific's laying 10.5 against Long Beach State. Man, against my better judgment, I probably shouldn't be laying 10 points with Pacific. So I'll lay off this early in the season, but I think the spot's laying points with Pacific. This roster's better. This roster's going to be good, and they're going to get some sneaky dubs this season that when we least expect it. They've been competitive end to end. They were competitive in Nevada on the road. I was impressed with. So it may be an early overreaction, but that's why I can't lay that many points. Long Beach State not as good, but I'll pick Pacific. No bet minus 10.5.
How can I fucking trust Long Beach State to cover a number when they just lost to Fresno State by 20?
I know they're fucking horrible.
Give me Pacific minus the 10.5. They look good against Nevada.
You're betting it?
No, I just said give me it.
Okay, I don't know. If you bet it, I'll bet it. I'm not. It's against our better judgment to lay 10.5 with Pacific as well too. This early in the season, at least.
Yeah,
but it is Long Beach State. You're right. I love that.
It's Long Beach State. I was trying to see if they played them last year. They didn't. I just think Dave Smart here, second year there at Pacific, he's going to make some steps up. And I kind of want to ride the wave here, pun intended. So, fuck it. Give me Pacific. Give me Pacific. I'm betting it. Fuck it. I need something on this night, little nightcap.
All right, I'll bet it if you're betting it, I guess. I have a bet here though on this next game.
Hold on, let me.
Actually, I don't have a bet on this game. Laying it with San Francisco. Portland State's burned me. I'll pick San Francisco. No bet. I'm not betting this. I can't lay that many points. San Francisco's, it's a good team, but they always let me down laying that many points as well, too, I feel like, no matter where they're playing. So, San Francisco.
This is at War Memorial.
San Francisco. It is in War Memorial, so that's why I'm laying it with San Francisco, but not betting it. I'm not going to bet this. Portland State's a good team. They're a tall team, and they've kind of been off to a slow start. This could be their get right after their whatever. Oh, I did cover with fucking Portland State actually, but somehow they weren't that as good as I expected.
Yeah, I'll lay it here with San Francisco. 11.5. It's a tough spot.
Yeah, I think we just what do we call when we know bet it and we win together?
I don't know. We need to come up with something, but I think it's just a tough spot just because it's kind of
what happens when we know bet what we win. We don't live life with regrets, so none of that. But
it's kind of
kissing your sister. No, I'm just kidding.
Hell no. It's kind of a little sandwich spot for San Francisco, fresh off of that loss to Memphis. Then they got Bradley coming into War Memorial here on Saturday. So it's kind of why I want to just maybe lay off, take the points, pick San Francisco minus 11.5, but no bet for me.
Yeah. I didn't mean that. I'm an only child. I don't have a sister. So, but just I meant like how they say a tie is. I have a bet here, Elliot. You can go ahead though first if you want to. I have a bet. Fuck it, I'll go. I'm a kid on Christmas for this one. Give me the over here. We got a pace setter from Scott Nagy's team in Southern Illinois that's going to absolutely run and gun, play a up-tempo style, and demand this kind of pace as well, too, where Nevada's going to be able to match them. They don't mind running the pace. Also, I know they like slowing it down, kind of running sets, but with their efficiency, I think that they could be able to run and gun with Southern Illinois, and they have no choice. So, Southern Illinois, really good shooting team. Now we're getting this low number. I think it's just because Southern Illinois is on the road. They lack stuff defensively. Nevada's pretty good in size. They have a lot of defensive prowess as well. Can play the perimeter at defense. Can play down low on defense, getting rebounds. So that's it. There's a lot of advantages in Nevada's favor, but I don't know if I can lay that many points after how they've kind of played at home, not been able to close out games. So give me the over here. I think it's a low number from the books. That's going to be higher tomorrow. So I will take the over here, Nevada, Southern Illinois, on the pace alone from the Salukis. So let's go points and Reno.
Yeah, I'll tell you on that over. I'll take it over. I was looking back at my notes, and I don't think I've pulled the trigger on any overs. Overs were pretty good to me today. I think I finished. What was
early
it?
in the season? They're great. I think it's just Let's go, Danny.
The ones I bet I was
48.5 on the green book. Danny says it may be up to 149, but nice. Yeah, look. Oh, Diddy Pryor lover. Let's go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you guys call Trev TV Jones? We call him Stooley, TVDBJ sometimes. So.
Oh, dumb fuck.
Yeah, we call him lover.
No, I'm just kidding. I call what do I call him? I usually say Trev. I just call him Trev.
You do say Trev. I say whatever. Fuck it.
But yeah, I'll tell you on this SIU Nevada over, and you know what? I don't have a lot of action on the night slate here. So I might end up just double dipping and hitting SIU plus the 9.5 as well. I think they can make this a game. I don't really trust Steve Lavin to win this by double digits. So yeah, give me SIU plus the 9.5 and also the over 149.5.
Hey, you got to teleport here, Trevor.
I had to go piss, guys. God damn.
Break. God. Hey, are you on this over with us? 149.5, 148.5 places.
148.5.
149.5, probably.
San Francisco game.
No, Southern Illinois, Nevada.
Oh, Southern Illinois. I like Southern Illinois in this game.
Do you like the over? Points scoring? I mean, you got to expect if you like Southern Illinois, I think we're all in this together. somewhat.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, Nevada's got Santa Clara on deck. Southern Illinois, not really a look ahead. I think Scott Nagy and company. I mean, they put up 83 in a D2 game, so I guess that's kind of whatever. But I mean, 101 on Kansas City, still gave up 78 points. Nevada's, scoring mid 70s, but I mean, Pacific gave them a scare last time out. They got to look ahead. Southern Illinois here. I think we could see points. I like Southern Illinois plus the 9.5 personally. I think this is a spot. Alfred. They just had a letdown game, but I think with Santa Clara on deck, I think this is another one that Southern Illinois is able to keep close. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I'm sitting waiting to bet it. I'm just hoping to catch a bigger number with Southern Illinois here.
All right, looks like we like the over here. Trevor, just in time. We do have a pick sheet, everyone. Check the pick sheet. It's in the description of the YouTube shows, and it's on our Pump Fake Pod Twitter, @PumpFakePod. Trevor, just in time. Take us home for the best slate of the night, the ultimate game. Hawaii, -41. This is a midnight game. I will be counting this towards my record for 11-13. If I bet it, may have to stand alone. No way I can. No, I can't. I can't bet Mississippi Valley. No, that's a lot of points. Nope. No, don't do it. I'm talking to both of my shoulders here because there's someone saying to just go to bed and wake up and enjoy your 11-13 slate and for tomorrow's pick show and don't care and just ignore it, or someone's telling me to just bet a Hawaii, but I can't decide. I don't know, man. This is a lot of points. It's Mississippi Valley State, though. What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, they gave up 160 UAB, 108 to Murray State. Hawaii's got nobody on deck. They just put up 100 on East Texas A&M and won by 28. Valley is way worse, obviously, but 40 is just far too many points. I'm not betting Miss Valley State. What I will take is Mississippi Valley team total under. Hawaii doesn't have anything to look forward to. They've been home on the island. Valley State's traveling from Murray State over in Kentucky there to Hawaii on they've had a good Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. So I mean they've had a little bit of time, but still this team is terrible. They're traveling. They're one of the worst free throw shooting teams. Or I'm sorry, they're shooting 90% from the free throw line. But 2 point, they have no size. They can't score inside. They're shooting 25% from three. They have a 30% turnover rate, only 8%. I mean, they're 358th in the country offensively and defensively for turnovers and turnovers forced, along with not being able to rebound or anything. So I think it's a spot Hawaii just eats their lunch. I think Hawaii probably does cover the 40, but I'm not going to lay that. I like Valley State's team total under. God bless the Delta Devils, but this is another bad team yet again from Valley State.
Do we let this number rise to like 40s, the mid high 40s?
The only way I could bet Valley State is if I get a 50. Dead ass. Give me the team total under.
Elliot, take us home, Carrie.
Lay it, Hawaii, -41.
I love it. All right.
I'm going to fade this team until they cover.
Have you been doing it all year, or is this your first?
No,
okay, well then, yeah.
I've faded. I've faded them the first 2 games.
Hawaii.
I backed them against Mississippi University for the women, so that they cashed me on that 27-point win against the women from Mississippi. But yeah, no, I faded them against UAB, and I faded them against Murray State. Sweat free. Both of those were in the 30s. This one might get a little hairy. Now books might are adjusting, putting it at 40, but give me Hawaii. I'm calling 108-56, and it's going to get to plus 50. You're going to bet it, and you're going to be pissed off because they lose by 52.
I'm gonna wait till Mississippi Valley State goes into the mid to high 40s. I'm betting them. I'm betting the Mississippi Valley State in the mid to high 40s. Dude, if it gets above 45, I'm betting them. I'm not laying that many points to Hawaii.
Just imagine the boys from Mississippi Valley State enjoying their time in Hawaii.
Oh,
They're gonna love this. They're gonna love this whole experience.
This is disgusting. Just disgusting shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna throw off 11. All right, so that was our pick show for November 12th. Look at that, 2 hours, solid showing there. Anyway, triple threat parlay to take us home. Elliot, we need to do our M&M parlay as well.
I will say, I meant to say this earlier. Brandon did correct me on that line for Manhattan against Utah Tech. It actually was Utah Tech laying the -3.5, so you're getting points with Manhattan. Just FYI. So,
I even love it better. Hell yeah! Let's go, Manhattan plus 3.5. Let's go. Manhattan plus 3.5, baby. All right, triple threat parlay. I will go. Let's get a little crazy here. Let's ride them out again. They did us well. IU -22.5. Trevor, I know he likes Milwaukee. I'm just kidding. -22.5. Let's go.
I was the one that picked Milwaukee.
I found the Valley State team total under 53.5. Give it to me.
I don't know if Mississippi Valley State's gonna score 100. They're smoking Maui Wowie. They're gonna feel feeling great.
Just to get that Maui.
I will say
IU -22.5. My triple threat.
All right, sorry. What was yours?
IU
Indiana
-22.5. Let's ride it high.
Elliot, you know yours.
Call you, bro. Diddy Pryor is not happy with the Mississippi Valley State loss or fade.
All right, brother.
Do we get disgusting?
I mean, come on, just pick. Come on, guys, you got one. Do whatever.
All right, I'll take the St. Peter's VCU over 147.5.
All right, I like it.
I'll take Oklahoma State -32.
All right, so we're laying some wood, and we need some points. Elliot,
this is plus 587. IU -22.5. St. Peter's VCU over 147.5, and then Oklahoma State -32.5.
Elliot, I'm gonna get creative with our 2-team money line parlay here. Let's take a stab. We're 3-0. We've got some cash. We got some units on our M&M parlay. I'm gonna go plus money. Give me North Texas on the road plus 130 for the M&M parlay.
Okay. I like that.
Maybe South Dakota for you, a little anchor play there. There's just not many, there's a lot of -110s that we could go into as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna look at instead of a dog.
Actually, I kind of want Mercyhurst too. Mercyhurst ain't bad. I think that wouldn't be a bad one. Mercyhurst.
Which one are you taking?
I'm going North Texas. We're going plus money stab. I'm saying maybe Mercyhurst or something like that for that. So
I'm gonna go.
Jeopardy theme music playing.
You already got a plus 120. Is it plus 125?
Yep. I would go South Dakota or Mercyhurst or something like that.
Damn, you just tell me how to live my life. You could just make it your own parlay then. I'm I'm gonna go Idaho money line.
All right, I like that. We're gonna go the road dogs there. Idaho, North Texas M&M parlay, and we also got the rhythm play of the day. UC San Diego money line. We're gonna go money line UC San Diego. So make sure to take those Tritons and sign up with our promo code PFP25. This is the @PumpFakePod. I'm @Michael_Huffer3. That's @StooleyPicks, @IMore_money. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. Been a great start to the season. Let's keep everything rolling. Chat, appreciate all you guys. Jenner, Virgil, Kelly, Urbo, Diddy, Cash, Jonathan, Brandon, Old Man Hasty, Jacob, Daniel. I mean, gosh, can name them all. Brandon again, Vario, Austin, Danny Dumbshit. You guys are the best. Ken Hat, Christian Jacob. Yeah, I can name them all. Like it's just great every night, chopping it up with you guys. We will be back tomorrow. Stay tuned. Maybe a little earlier than 11. So stay tuned. Maybe a little earlier again than 11 Eastern for tomorrow. But stay tuned. Probably maybe around 11 Eastern. And we'll be live again Thursday. We'll be live Friday night and Sunday night this time for this weekend. So definitely going to be live Sunday more because we got Feast Week coming up. So Feast Week, I'm in town. I'll be feeling good. Let's go. Pump Fake Pod. Any final thoughts, guys?
No. Tomorrow, I think. How is the slate to do tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Tomorrow will be short. I think tomorrow we bust out our tier rankings. A little fun. Rank like 10 or 15 teams in some categories and just spin ball for about 15 minutes or so. I think that'll be fun to do. Short slate, but ball's back. Excited. Feast Week around the corner. I'm off Black Friday for the first time ever, so that's gonna be sick to kick the feet up and gamble all day.
Are you going shopping, or are you going to go to a bar and gamble? I can't decide.
I don't know. I might do some shopping, stop at a bar in the middle of it, and sweat out a few bets, and then get back to her. But who knows?
No, yeah, I'm excited. I'm off all week for Feast Week. I do have a destination anyway, and anywho, so destination wedding the Thursday before, so I'll be gone Thursday in New Orleans the week before that Thanksgiving, but I'll be chopping it up all Feast Week. So, all right, let's go. Pump Fake Pod. Like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us. Sign up for Rhythm @Pump Fake Pod. Helps us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Get some live bets. Check out our picks page. Check out the @Pump Fake Pod Twitter picks page. Tell your friends. Tell your cousins. Because we taking everybody out there. Anyway, 3-1. Let's go. Let's go live. Or let's end the live. I'm tired. Good night,
Sounds
everyone.
good.